And I think Lucindo is a scrapper, and Brogan Walker is going to come hungry, man. And I also when I was racking my brain on this, like, why in the world would the matchmakers put two very new, very unknown fighters besides the hardcore fans on a main card, or on a main card like this, where you have ranked fighters, people with names, people with value, man. You got Norman Dumont, Carol Hossa on the prelims. There's a lot of fighters that deserve that shine. But to me, this is the odds makers and the UFC brass saying, hey, if y'all want to, we were talking about wet blankets before, if y'all want to be a wet blanket and y'all want to just wrestle yourself to victory and you want to take the easy route, well, it's a prelims for you. Give me somebody who's going to stand and bang. Give me a scrapper. This is a fight. And I think that's the narrative for this one. I mean, I hope that's the case, because other than that, I don't really see a reason. Besides, this is genuinely going to be a very fun fight. I was just expecting it to be on the prelims.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think that it's going to deliver. I think it has to deliver, because I was doing a little bit of a deep dive, man. And I'm like, wow, all right, Lucindo, she's a pretty massive favorite, minus 300. I think if you look at the live odds right now, it's even higher than that. I'll actually pull it up kind of as we're looking through this. But the deep dive that I found was that these are both really good prospects, man. If you look at the losses on both of these fighters early in Lucindo's career, she suffered a little bit of adversity, right? She's 13-5, two losses kind of early on. She got the recent loss against Iasmin Lucindo, which was, after rewatching it, not the closest fight in the world, right? But it was still like Iasmin Lucindo is a legit prospect, highly touted. Now, if you look at Brogan Walker, man, we're talking about, Juliana Miller, but we're talking about Erin Blanchfield, and we're talking about Miranda Maverick. That's like her only losses in her entire career. So it's not like she's not good. Yeah, you got tripped up in that finale. Here's the one problem I have with the Brogan Walker. On tough, she looked like she was outclassing everybody on the feet with her striking. She looked more technically proficient than everybody. But Juliana Miller comes in with this crazy, I'm in your face, brawling, you know what I mean? I'm crushing your space, and I'm not allowing you to be technical, right? And all you saw was Brogan Walker back up, chin sky high on some Dusko Todorovic. Shout out to our boy, right? Why can't Iasmin Lucindo just repeat that performance of, I'm in your face, I'm sitting in the pocket, I'm more comfortable than you in the pocket, that chin goes up in the air, and it's game over. I'm pushing you up against the clinch on the cage, and then I'm backing up and I'm dropping bombs. What can Brogan Walker do to combat that, man? Because in the grappling department, I'm not really sure who has an edge here.
I was actually going to give the edge to in the grappling department to Lucindo. I believe she has more. Yeah, she has more wins, 2 more wins in the grappling, but it doesn't really count too much, as far as proven inside the octagon. Because what my big concern for Brogan Walker is she the kind of fighter who, like you said, Derek, showed up amazingly on The Ultimate Fighter, is probably a killer in the gym. But when it comes down to fight night, when it comes down to show night, is she going to be the best performer? I think it goes to the scrap pack, man, the scrappy Lucindo, and I think that's who's going to perform. Now, what can Brogan Walker do to combat that? We've said it once, Derek. We'll say it again. Be the bully. When somebody's in your face, full pressure, gas, foot on the gas, everything, shots coming down the way. They're not thinking about anything coming back at them. You step up to the side, have them feel that power, get them on their heels thinking, oh shit, now that actually hurt. That's when Brogan Walker can go to work. That's when she can become technical. Does she have the power to do it? We'll see, because Lucindo is a dog. So that's what makes me excited for this one. If Walker can step back, calculate, hit her with counterpunch, and then make this a technical fight, it goes exactly against the scrap pack. But if Lucindo can come in here and make this a dog fight, man, I think it's going to be her round 1.
Well, it's interesting too, because the only reason I said I don't know who has the edge in the submission game and the grappling game is because if you look at the career of Iasmin Lucindo, you got to go digging before you see a submission victory, right? Listen, last 10, there's no submission victories. There's a submission loss, right? But there's no submission victories in our last 10 bouts. It's all either knockouts or it's decisions, right? Brogan Walker, though, if you look at just her entire career, it's all decision-based aside from really the last 2 fights, right? The Emily King fight and the Juliana Miller fight. So that's why I have a high likelihood this fight goes to a decision. I do not think Brogan Walker just gets starched with a one-punch KO or anything like that, unless the chin is sky high and you just get caught. But I think that this will be a little more competitive. Do you think there's a high likelihood of a knockout here? Given that both fighters are probably going to be hungry, probably going to be coming for it, because you have to go Lucindo if that's the case. Look at that, plus 1,800 TKO for Brogan Walker. Like, the odds makers give her zero love here.
Yeah, I mean, normally I wouldn't say I'm banking on that KO, especially with the props that high, man. Plus 400, plus 1800. It's a little wishy washy to stay away from. But I mean, Lucindo can get it done. What, three knockouts on her? Yeah, three knockouts on her slate. Brogan Walker, she's only lost by knockout once, and it was the last one. So, can it happen? Yes. Do I plan on it happening? No. I think the odds makers have it right here. The closest thing to a decision, or the closest thing to a good looking odds, is that decision one. Do you see value in that plus 400 or that plus 800 for Lucindo, Derek?
You know, I see value in the plus 400, but in all likelihoods, there's a minus 140 decision prop for a reason. You look at the likelihood of both of these fighters and the style of fight that they bring. Unless Brogan Walker, because we're kind of banking on Brogan Walker pulling a Iasmin Lucindo type. Let's trade the whole 3 rounds. Let's just trade and let's get after it. You'd have to think you get pieced up a little bit. The game plan approach it changes, it shifts, and you say, I don't want to be in that danger. So give me the Iasmin Lucindo, man. These are two prospects that not a lot of people know about. Not a lot of people are too high on. I'm high on Lucindo. I think she can be good. She's young, bro. She's like 23 years old or something like that, man. She's good. And Brogan Walker, a little advanced age. Either way, yeah, Lucindo decision. How you see it?
I'm with you, Derek. Another one that I don't like to do, man. Yeah, I want to spread out the love on the prop bets a little bit more. But when there's a minus something on one of these props, you got to rock with it. It's there for a reason. Give me Lucindo by decision.